Նախորդ ծրագրերում մենք հրավիրել էինք երաժշտության բիզնեսի հետ կապված մարդկանց, պրոդյուսերներ կամ ագենտներ։ Եվ այսօրվա իմ հյուրն է շատ գուցե շատերի կողմից արդեն ճանաչված կամ դեռ չեք ճանաչում, բայց ես կփորձեմ ներկայացնել մեր հյուրին։ Մեր հյուրն է Դիմիտրի Դիչենկոն։ Դիմիտրի Դիչենկոն այն մարդկանցից մեկն է, ով որ մասնակցել է աշխարհի կատարողական արվեստների առաջնությանը եւ հասել մեծ հաջողությունների։ Թե ինչ հաջողությունների, հիմա կպարզենք ձեզ հետ միասին։ Hi Dimitri.
Baravzes.
Baravzes.
Привет.
Привет. Thank you very much for accepting my invitation.
My pleasure.
I just introduce our viewers who you are and how you participate in the World Championships of Performing Arts. Now you're here. Now tell us how changed your life career in your career after World Championships of Performing Arts?
Well, for one thing, it was just the experience itself, being able to meet other competitors from around the world. As I recall, the year I did it was 2003, and there were a bunch of people from South Africa, from Ukraine, and from Bulgaria, and Philippines, and I made a lot of friends. And as part of my performance in it, I was performing in front of a huge audience. I think it was like, had to have been like 1,000 people that final night, you know. And I was put in contact. There were a couple agents, some producers, and some managers who contacted me after my performance, and then we followed up, you know, a week or two.
How many years ago that was?
It's 2003.
2003. And հարգելի հեռուստադիտողներ, 2003 թվականին մասնակցեց Դիմիտրի Դիչենկոն աշխարհի կատարողական արվեստների առաջնությանը։ Եվ կցանկանում եմ խնդրել մեր աշխատակազմին, որպեսզի ցուցադրեն համապատասխան տեսանյութը Դիմիտրի Դիչենկոյի մասին եւ խնդրում եմ ուշադրություն դարձնեք այդ ինֆորմացիան, որ դուք հիմա կդիտեք, տարբեր գործերի, տարբեր ֆիլմերից հատվածներ են։ Խնդրում եմ ցուցադրեք տեսանյութը։
And I am very sorry for the loss of your father.
I appreciate your sentiment.
We have business to discuss. As I'm sure you know, your father and I entered into an agreement some months ago, which is to be coming to a close very soon.
Right?
And you are fully aware of the terms of this agreement, no?
Obviously.
Mind if we ask you a few questions?
Our liquor license is up to date, and we're carding at the door.
We understand you know Brandon Cole and Nina Lang.
Why don't you two just get the hell...
Oh, yeah. Excuse me, Paul?
It's not my life. You're my life. You and Katie.
How did you know?
We were married. We had to present our identification. I expedited the paperwork, and you are Margarita. Your actual birth papers in Kovno are, I'm sure, buried in some heap where no one will ever care, including me.
Дай мне нож. Time's up, old man.
No.
Natalia? When we started this a year ago, we agreed there would be no witnesses.
We're going. Weaknesses won't matter.
No, my love. That is sloppy.
Здравствуйте, мой друг. Captain Mark, don't yank my chain.
What was that?
Work with me, babe. What's this say? Let's do lunch. Always fresh. Always fresh. Always fresh. Always fresh. Always.
Son of a bitch. Preston, you're 15 minutes late.
Whatever, man. Just bring me my costume. What is this?
Costume woman brought wrong wig. So tonight, you'll be sold, man.
Come quietly, Dr. Jones.
Make that KGB.
And bring letter with you.
Letter? What letter?
Letter Mr. Williams just give you.
Me? Do I look like a mailman?
Давай, давай! Go, 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 go! Давай еще! Ближе, ближе! Дурак! Давай, давай, давай! За ним! Сукин сын!
Ուշադրություն. Okay, that's you, Dimitri. That's I know you already from 2003, and I see how your career growing up. How come you switch from professional guitar player, songwriter to the actor? What make you change that?
Well, it's not that I switched. When I moved out to LA, and I think it was 96, 97, I was actually started the movie G.I. Jane, remember, with Demi Moore?
Okay.
I was one of the Navy SEALs in that, and that helped me move out to California. But I also was accepted to USC in the doctoral program for guitar. So from the minute I moved out to LA, it was sort of trying to balance guitar and acting. And since 2005, 2006, I've dedicated most of my time to acting, just because the more and more acting jobs that I get, the less I can take time to tour, to go to Nashville for a week and play, because I'm doing a movie or a TV show, and things come up like that. I can't be on tour in England and have them go, hey, can you get back to LA in 2 days? Because we got to there's a movie they want you to do. So I haven't put guitar away or music away. It's sort of just taking we would call it a back seat to acting now.
So please tell me the scene about the Indiana Jones. What's happened? It's not hurt. They punch your face so many times. What's going on there?
Actually,
and then you usually actually take from motorcycle to in a car.
Well, what happened for that particular scene, which it took us like I don't know, 10 days to shoot that whole chase scene. There were takes that we did where I actually had Harrison Ford and pulled him into the car, but he had 3 stunt doubles.
Wow!
And so when you see that my car pull up and he punches me, that's really Harrison Ford punching me.
Wow!
But when I go to grab him and pull him in, and we're moving,
you tried punching me in a car. You punched me here.
Actually, the funny thing is when we were doing this whole thing, that the fight sequence was Harrison's gonna punch me here, and then one straight. And on the one straight, twice, he popped me in the jaw. And we keep rolling. After we roll, he goes, oh, are you okay? I'm like, man, my mom hits harder than that. Let's keep going.
Okay, I have questions. Who is your favorite actor?
Favorite actor? Wow. I'd have to say De Niro.
De Niro.
And De Niro and guys like, I'm drawing a blank now. De Niro's probably my favorite, but like close second would be, I like Mel Gibson a lot.
Okay.
Braveheart is one of my all-time favorite movies.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who is actress?
Actress? Sandra Bullock.
Okay. Who is a director?
Well, I mean, Steven Spielberg, it doesn't get any better than
Easy
that.
work with him?
Yeah, I mean...
I know you done many different projects and you work for many different directors. So Steven Spielberg was more awesome one?
Well, he just, he knows what he wants and he just gets it right away, and he'll tell you if you're not doing what he needs you to do. But he's very actor-friendly and just a good guy.
I'm calling now you actor from Hollywood.
Actor from Hollywood?
Actor from Hollywood.
I'll take that.
And where do you cut your hair?
Where do I cut my hair?
Yes. Where do you cut your hair?
From Hollywood.
Okay. We have a gift, $25, this coupon. Hollywood Hair Studio.
Wonderful.
Go there, have a Hollywood energy, Hollywood hairstyle, which you have already, but you have a great gift from Hollywood Hair Studio.
Wonderful.
And same time, thank you very much, Greg and Heather, for sponsoring our program. So go to Hollywood Hair Studio, say Hollywood 11 TV, and you get a great discounts and specials. So again, thank you very much, Hollywood Hair Studio. So that's your, and we have here Dove Transportation. Anytime you have to go studio, you can call, they'll handle you professionally.
You know,
never late, on time, any distance.
I tell you what, limo is the best way to get to LAX these days.
Very good.
Pick you up at the house, take you there, pick you up when you come back. Doesn't get any better than that. Dove Limousine.
Dove
Cool.
Limousine, safe, on time, never late.
Wonderful.
Thank you, our sponsors.
Thank you.
Dimitri, what's your advice to the young artists? You know, the hard and tough computation in
Young
this business.
actors coming out to Hollywood.
Coming Hollywood, the people who's traveling from overseas or just here they're trying to get.
All right.
What's your advice? Why they need a headshot? Why they need a reels? Your experience, please.
Well, when I came out here, I already had tape, reel, stuff that I've been doing in college, student films. That's a great way for someone, say, is coming from Armenia. They've done a couple short films, you know, student films, Armenian, and it can be even in Armenian language, but when they come here, they can use that and just put subtitles when you're showing an agent or a producer, but have something that you've done.
Okay.
Not just a picture, but something that's, you know, what you look like on screen and how your acting is, and that's important to get as soon as possible.
Dimitri, from yesterday I'm checking your resume and amazing. Հարգելի հեռուստադիտողներ, Դիմիտրին ավարտել է 19 ֆիլմեր, 20 հեռուստատեսային շոու, 25 video խաղերի ձայնագրություն. The video games was of just voiceover?
Voiceover.
Yeah, ձայնագրություն եւ 10 գովազդային հոլովակների մեջ է նկարահանվել եւ վերջը which one your last movie?
Last movie was called Burning Palms. It's not out yet.
Not out yet. You can tell a little bit about that?
Well, it's the director and the writer's Chris Landon, and he's the son of Michael Landon, the famous actor. And the movie is
all about killing again?
No,
killing to somebody?
No, actually,
romantica.
It's 4 short stories. None of them are related to each other, and they just go back to back. I'm in the second story, and I play this Russian black market dealer for anything that you want to get, and I end up getting these 2 guys want to adopt a child from Africa, and they call me.
So that's the usually movie they make from real experience for real stories. So you can do that in real life?
No. That was completely acting.
That's a joke.
If I was gonna write, which I'm actually, there's a couple stories that you know, they say write what you know, that I'm writing. I've kind of have like half of it worked out in my head, half of it on paper, but a couple like comedy, buddy movies, action comedy movies that have to do with the marijuana. You know, the marijuana stores, that kind of thing. Okay. And since it's so big these days, and hopefully I'll get that done someday. Film. You know, we all want to write our own thing.
Dimitri, tell me about your games, please. I know
video games.
Video games. I know you play video games.
I
like
played
Russian
them, yeah.
Killer or Russian Army was.
Well, the last video game that I'm done with is Iron Man 2.
Iron Man 2.
And Iron Man 2, the movie, is not out yet. Iron Man 2, the video game, I think is going to come out in
before movie.
In May.
Or after movie.
I think they said in May. So
when movie comes? I think I already see the poster.
Yeah, it's got to be pretty close.
Yeah.
I play General Shatalov in the Iron Man 2 video game, and when he wears his titanium suit, he is Crimson Dynamo, and I fight Iron Man. You know, you can play the level.
You fighting?
You have to fight Iron Man
against to the Iron Man.
Yeah. And when I'm not in the uniform, I'm General Shatalov, the commander of the Russian troops that's going to kick the Americans.
I know you're speaking, how many dialects you can speak? From New York, Boston, German, Australia, Southern US, British, and Russian. How are you doing all this stuff? You have a specific, some training?
Yeah, well, I listen very carefully. If I have to do something that's an Australian, I will call
because
up
I know a lot of actors that have a 1-2 dialect. I mean, accent, maybe Australian, British, and Texas, which is more popular here now. But I know you're doing
just over the years, you
have a specific coach for that?
Yeah, I'll go to a coach if it's like a lot of dialogue and they want it to be specific Texas accent. I'll go to a dialect coach that knows Texas. But I grew up in Florida, in Daytona Beach, Florida, and that's sort of halfway between an Alabama accent and a surfer dude, So I can do I hear the Texas, and Australian to me is like taking a Southern accent and adding a British accent, and you put them together. That's Australian.
Dimitri, I know with people from overseas, like from Russia, they have an accent. And all the time, their character in the movies, you have to be some kind of Russian. You're representing Russian culture or Russian character, like KBG, like you done, or killer, gangster. What kind of character do you like to play? And at the same time, not hard to be all the time like Russian. Do you want to change something in your mind? You're thinking, maybe somebody watching our show, and you give them idea. Enough make a Russian killer or KBG?
You know what I by the way, the two actors I couldn't think of were Christopher Walken and Dennis Hopper. Those are the two guys I like a lot too. Usually CSI Miami I did a guest star on about a year ago. And it was this Russian kidnapper, killer guy.
I watch your footage. Yeah. I know you look like.
What I would like to do, and it hasn't been done yet on American television, at least that I've seen, is have a guy like myself, Lieutenant DEMETRY, comes from Moscow, and he's searching for a bad guy in America. And he teams up with, say, Horatio Caine from CSI Miami, and he's the good guy Russian with the Americans trying to find the bad guy, who could be anyone, Chechnyan, Romanian, whatever, Georgian.
Like like this Russian cooperation with the American FBI or whatever, and find like terrorists,
cells, and
traffic,
finally
some gun, woman, prostitution.
Guns, dirty bomb material, trying to get into America, and the Russian, we'll call him Lieutenant DEMETRY. He has knowledge of this, so he comes over to help the Americans. So you have a good guy Russian, finally.
So that's the character you want to play.
I'd like to play something like that, yeah.
You like to play something?
I mean, my personality is more an A-type, heroic personality, and I don't get to do that too often. It really is acting for me to be, a total jerk, bad guy all the time, because I'm not. But that's just part of climbing the ladder in Hollywood,
And I know in Hollywood, like for movies, you have to always control your weight, your food. You doing that?
Some people don't.
Some people don't.
I actually put on, I gained like 25 pounds for Indiana Jones, the Crystal Skull, because I was like 225.
225,
which is about what I am now. And Harrison Ford is like 210, 6'1", 6'2". He's a pretty formidable physical guy. And so I wanted to look a lot bigger, so I added 25 pounds. Taking it off is a lot harder than putting it on. So I've been watching, running more, swimming, dieting, but you have to be disciplined.
What about if some project come up and they say, we need you look like 260, 280. You have to eat that much? Or?
Oh, God. Knowing how hard it was to take off, I think think I say, just get me one of those things to go up underneath the shirt to make me look like.
What about the face?
I'll put a little bit of weight on. I could put 20 pounds on.
On your face?
20 pounds.
Makeup, cream?
And,
or
I give me like 2 months, I'll put 20 pounds of fat on. But going up to 280, I don't know about that.
You don't know about that?
Yeah, that's a commitment there. Depends on what the money is.
Well, yeah,
you want to pay for me going to Jenny Craig after the movie's done? Then we'll get a deal.
That's what it is. That's what I call show business.
Exactly.
You need my talent. I'm there for you.
Yeah.
Make sure I can lose my weight back.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, and my other question was, for your skills about the horseback in jungler and football, how you done all that? You going all the time for training, or you already done?
Well, when I was a kid,
because you're so big guy for running this horse. Horse will be.
No,
No?
the horses. I mean, I have to ride a big horse. Yeah, when I get on a, right now, like I'm not that heavy, but like 250 pounds. Yeah, I'd have to have a big horse. Give me a Clydesdale or something, the Budweiser.
not a queen horse.
Not one of those like dainty Arabians.
Okay.
But I started riding horses. My mom had me do English saddle lessons actually when I think I was 7. My birthday.
You
present.
born in?
I was born in San Francisco.
San Francisco.
Yeah.
I see. Okay, your background, your parents been here. And
my dad was born in Ukraine in 1936. He was born, so he went through the war. My father's side of the family went through the prison camps and running from the Red Army, running from the Nazi Army, running from the thieves and the bandits.
And he's moving to the Boston.
And well, the way they came over is my Dedushka worked in the
Dedushka.
Yeah, Dedushka.
Okay.
Gregory Dyachenko. He worked in the coal mines in Belgium post World War II, and earned a ticket for the family to come over, and they settled in Boston. So all my Ukrainian side of the family is from Boston.
What about the mother side?
Mother's from Portland, Maine.
Portland,
The
Maine.
Swedish.
Okay.
The Petersons.
How many brothers, sisters? They're in the acting business?
No,
you only one?
I'm the only person that was crazy enough to move out to Los Angeles by myself with no net, as you'd say in America. My mom remarried. She divorced my dad when I was about 4, and she remarried a Greek guy. And she had three girls and 1 boy. So I've got a brother that's like 23, and then a sister, Athena, is like 28. She's a professional basketball player.
Wow.
She's actually playing on a Greek team right now. And
in the United States?
She's in Athens.
Or in Greek?
She plays for Team Greece, a Greek team.
Oh, okay.
She's in the European pro circuit. She's played for Italian. She wants to play for Israel next, but she's played for Salamanca, Spain, Greece. That's her thing. And my other 2 sisters are just moms with kids and jobs. And
housewife.
Yeah. Well, no, they work.
Oh, they're
One of them teaches, and the other one is involved with banking.
Okay.
So she's doing pretty good.
Good
the
education
banker.
family. I mean, everybody.
Yeah. I was the first one to graduate from college from like my dad's side of the family. So as far as I know, I'm the only one still.
and you graduate in international entertainment college?
No, I went to Stetson University. Stetson is in DeLand, Florida. It's like near Daytona, halfway between Daytona and Orlando. I majored in guitar, music. I've been playing classical guitar since I was 7.
Okay.
And then I went on and got my master's at Florida State University, which is in Tallahassee. It's the capital of Florida.
Last time when we have a conversation before the show, you say you make tours for your solo guitar. Or where you go? Are you done?
Well, I did a lot of playing in Florida, all over. Miami, Daytona, Tallahassee.
So how this work? Just you have a team you going, or there's hiring you, or this?
It depends. Sometimes people heard me play, or they've heard of me, or they've got one of my CDs. They get in touch with me and say, yes, can you come play Melbourne Performing Arts Center? And we talk about the fee and all that. I played in Nashville a lot, and by playing at the Chet Atkins convention for like 5 years in a row, these British guys all got together, and they brought me over to England, and I did like 6-7 concerts all around England. So it varies how you get the gigs. It's just like acting, you know. So I'm here right now, and I know you
because of acting, because of World Championship.
Because of World Championship of Performing Arts. That's why we're sitting here. You know, you never know.
Yeah, thank you very much. Հարգելի հեռուստադիտողներ, մեր հյուրներ դերասան Դիմիտրի Դեչենկոն կհանդիպենք հաջորդ շաբաթ, որտեղ կներկայացնեմ մեր անակնկալ հարգարժան հյուրին։ Հաջողություն, կհանդիպենք հաջորդ շաբաթ. You can say bye.
Пока. Bye-bye. Pleasure.
Thank you.
Had a great time.
Coming. Thank you.
Ուշադրություն։
Hollywood 101.